Beyond the Gates gave a few bad romances that we've seen this year on the inaugural season of the CBS soap. See if you agree as we rank and count down from number 5, which was bad, all the way down to number 1, which was truly toxic as a soap pairing. Just so you know. 2 of these toxic romances involve the same man. We combined them, and they are our number 5 on the list. So, let's dive into it. Our number 5 worst romances of Beyond the Gates both belong to Tomas Navarro, Alex Alegría. One is with Kat Richardson, Colby Mohammed, and the other with her sister Eva Thomas Ambier Michelle. I will say Tomas seemed sweet when he first started pursuing Kat. Tomas was patient with Kat, who'd never been intimate with a man before. Tomas even tapped the brakes to make sure Kat was certain that it was the right time before they made love. The thing is, I don't think Tomas is the guy that Kat thinks he is. I mean, Tomas talks a good game, but he can be really toxic. When he and Kat had that argument after another bad time in bed, Tomas went and did the deed with her sister Eva in pretty much every single situation. Tomas sides with Eva over Kat. I will say that Eva absolutely deserves heat for her role in Dana Leslie Thomas Trisha Mongrant scheme that broke up Kat's family. But some of the things that Kat has said, I think, have been over the line and very immature. For example, telling Eva that she wishes Leslie had aborted her. I mean, that was terrible and way over the line. Still, I don't think Tomas is ever going to be ride or die for Kat. As for Tomas and Eva, he was flirting with her from the jump. They bonded over those nerd books they liked. But Tomas showing up at Eva's hotel room to discuss sci-fi novels was absolutely inappropriate. Tomas was ready to get in Eva's pants while he was still with Kat. Eva tapped the brakes, saying she didn't want to be like her mom, Leslie. But then, when Tomas was helping Eva move into the apartment, Tomas told her that he and Kat had split up. Eva was like, well, okay, and they slept together. It turns out Tomas was not being honest. He and Kat had had an argument, but they were still together as far as she knew. I think he just wanted his ego and other parts of him stroked. Then he ditched Eva again and went running after Kat. I don't think Tomas should have tangled with sisters. I kind of think both of them should kick him to the curb. Alright, our number 4 worst romance of the year on Beyond the Gates is little Haley Lawson Marquita Goings and her big hot husband Bill Hamilton, Tim and Kyle Dorette. I think we all knew they were toxic from the very first episode when we found out Haley infiltrated their family and stole Bill from Danny. Also, I suspected Haley was running a long con. A lot of fans did. It turns out we were all right. She and Randy Parker, Morris P. Carey, are plotting to kill Bill for $10 million right now. Haley is drugging Bill, hoping to trigger his death. But also, Bill is toxic because he was recently kissing his ex-wife Donnie Dupree, Carla Mosley. That was only because Bill was jealous that she had married a hot, younger guy, Andre. Bill wasn't even looking twice at Donnie that way and hadn't put his lips on her like that until she got somebody else. So, I think Bill is actually getting a visit from karma by Haley trying to kill him. They are a totally toxic pair. I can't even say they don't deserve each other. Our number 3 couple on the bad romance list on Beyond the Gates is a pair that honestly never fully manifested. They never coalesced as a formal couple. That's the ill-fated duo of Ashley Morgan, Jen Jacob, and Andre Richardson, Sean Freeman. We know he had a crush on Ashley for quite a while, but the timing was never right. Plus, Andre was traveling a lot for work, and he was a playboy. Meanwhile, Ashley was blue-collar and in nursing school. She was just a more basic chick. But Andre was still really hot for her. When he got his flirt on with Ashley, she was tempted. Especially because she saw the future she'd have with Derek was very average and very pedestrian. Ashley wanted something bigger from life, but the timing was always off for Andre and Ashley. He tempted her with that Paris date night at his place, and then she kind of tapped the brakes. Andre almost got with Ashley, then she showed up at his place to say, okay, let's do this. She saw him lip-locking with Donnie after he and Donnie had decided not to be together. That threw things off. Then, Derek was paralyzed for a while and Ashley felt obligated. Andre drunk married Donnie. So now Andre and Donnie are falling in love. And Ashley dumped Derek. She's single as a Pringle. She tried to get back with Andre, but it's too late. Bottom line, Ashley and Andre just seemed ill-fated from the start. Honestly, I never saw chemistry between them to justify his attraction to Ashley. So, I think it's a good thing this romance fizzled out early. Alright, our number 2 worst romance on Beyond the Gates this year is Vanessa McBride, Lauren Buglioli, and Joey Armstrong, John Lindstrom. However, I like the sizzle, but I still think it's a bad romance. I have to give an honorable mention as well to Vanessa and her poor dead husband Doug as another truly terrible romance for 2025 on Beyond the Gates. Now, while I do think that Vanessa and Joey are a bad romance, I also really like them together. Vanessa was cuckolding Doug because she wasn't satisfied. Doug was blowing a whole bunch of cash at the casino because he wasn't satisfied. Vanessa was chasing a thrill in bed, and Doug was chasing a thrill at the betting table. Then Joey got between them very intentionally. He gave Vanessa that thrill she was looking for. He scammed Doug into losing to leverage Vanessa into laundering money for him. But then Joey got all up in his feels for Vanessa. That was never part of his plan. Things hit an all-time low when Joey had Doug killed because he was an obstacle that was keeping Joey from having Vanessa all to himself. I mean, it's romantic in a dark mobster kind of way, right? Doug was absolutely intent on taking down Joey and kept plotting to get him arrested. So that was part of it too. Doug had to go. Now Vanessa is satisfied in bed. She's turning into quite a little criminal herself, running Joey Armstrong's escort services and laundering money through her realty company. She has thrived in the criminal lifestyle. She likes life on the edge. Vanessa is still very much a thrill junkie, and Joey is a bad influence. I do enjoy them, but come on, it's a bad romance. All right. And of course, you probably guessed already, the #1 worst romance on Beyond the Gates in its inaugural season is Leslie and Ted Richardson, Keith D. Robinson. They were bad back in the day when Ted cheated with Leslie and knocked her up while Nicole was dealing with infertility. She had just miscarried when Ted started knocking boots with waitress Leslie Dana. Then Bill made threats and told Leslie that she had to get an abortion. Ted thought that's what happened. So they have a grown daughter, and Leslie came back absolutely intent on ruining Ted's life. But she was still hot for him too. So it was all very toxic. What was totally crazy was he slept with Leslie again recently while he was drunk and was using very poor judgment. Actually, no judgment at all. Ted needs to get an apartment with a doorman and a restraining order against Leslie to keep her away. Now that she has another taste of her teddy bear, I think Leslie will never give up. What she and Ted have is never going to be anything but a very, very bad romance. The worst on Beyond the Gates this year. Drop your comments.